Hey, what's up guys, it's me again, filming another video on another of my favorite ways to rig a soft plastic. And this rig is none other than the drop shot. This is very versatile. Like I said, the drop shot, I tend to use it when the fish are suspended or I think they're suspending. The drop shot tends to be more of a finesse approach along with the Ned rig and so on and so on. So with this drop shot, a lot of people like to rig like small little minnow looking baits. They like to rig like the TRD Pros. They just like to rig smaller stuff. This one for me works really well with, I like using some sort of stick bait. I like using the TRD Pros. I like using just a fluke or something that resembles just a small bait fish. But for this case, what I'm going to be rigging it again is once again these Gary Yamamoto black and blue Senko here. I'm going to show you guys what it kind of looks like with this. This one I received in one of my mystery tackle boxes. It's just basically bruiser bait, and it's just a black shrimp worm here. And then I'm going to be showing you the Zoom flukes that I like using. I like this color a lot. It's called a Smoking Shad, but I don't know. I'm a fan of this color here. So what you're gonna need is obviously whatever soft plastic you're going to use. Like I said, stick with stick baits, something that resembles some sort of minnow, some sort of swim bait, and that's kind of the only things I stick with. Just stick bait and something that resembles minnow. So in this case, it's going to be a fluke. Then you're gonna need your line from your rod. In this case, it's my spool here again. And then you're going to need a hook. Now, I like using this size hook here. You can use like a size 1, a size 2. But you essentially want something small. You don't want nothing crazy with like an offset. Like you just don't want nothing like a 3/0, 4/0 hook. This is a finesse approach. This is why you need a smaller hook like this. This is what I like using here. And then I don't actually have the correct stick weight that I like using. So for this demonstration, I'll be using like one of these tiny little barrel weights. The stick weights are a little bit better. They're longer and more sleeker. And then at the top, they have actually like a specific spot for your line to kind of just feed through it, and then you pull it up and you force it in that slot that it holds it. It kind of just clips to your line, and then you just clip that tag in, and it stays on. There's no need of tying a knot on it. But for this case, I'm going to be using this. So what you need now, this is how you rig it. All right, here we go. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hook here, and make sure you leave a long tag in, because at the end of the tag is where your weight is going to be. So you need to make that tag in really long, 2 foot, 3 foot, whatever you need to. However high off of the bottom is that you want your actual bait to be presented at. So you'll be the judge of that. You can decide to put it, 4 inches, 2 inches, way up high in the water column if you're fishing really deep water. That's all up to you. So let me orientate this camera a little bit better so you guys can see. Let me tie this on here. But basically this is going to be a polymer knot that I'm going to be tying to this hook. And then the same thing, I'm just going to tie the same kind of knot 2 times to the barrel spool at the end. And then I'll show you guys how I rig these soft plastics on here. So let me go ahead and get this situated a little bit better so you guys can see a little bit better. Okay. Here we are. So what you need is your hook, obviously. Now it's very important that when you rig this, so you're gonna take your line, leave a long tag in, depending on how far you want to fish off of the bottom. In this case, I'm just gonna leave about a foot or so. Then I like to bend it again for my polymer knot. Then I'm going to go in the hook, like so. Then I am going to do a little overhand knot for this polymer knot, just like so. I'm going to feed the hook through the loop again. I know it's very difficult for you guys to see, but if you guys want to see how to tie a polymer knot, then that you cinched it down, obviously you want to lubricate this knot before you cinch it down, because then you know you're going to mess up your line. And then so now what you do is you're going to take your tag end here, and you're going to feed it right back through the eyelid, through the top of it. Don't go under it, go to the top, and then you pull it through. Once you pull it through, what it should do is it should make your hook basically, when you pull on the bottom and your weight's down at the bottom and you pull at the top, your hook should basically stick straight out, or at least the point being pointed upwards. So in this case, let me see if I can demonstrate exactly how it should look when you're done. You don't want the point pointing down, so this is basically what you want. Let me see if I can get a better focus. So in this case, this is the hook. The point's going up towards your fishing rod, and then the tag end is obviously where the weight's touched down here. And that's kind of how it should be oriented like this. Alright? So now what I'm going to do is then you take your tag end, like so, and like I said, if you have the correct stick weight on there, you'll be able to just feed it through and clamp it down on itself. But since I'm using this barrel here, I'm going to take again, and then I'm going to basically get my loop again for this polymer knot again. Let me see if I can feed it through. There you go. Feed it through. And I'm going to go ahead and loop it back through, tie it on there, and then I'm going to feed the barrel through here again, and then cinch down that knot like so. Then here at this point, you can clip the tag, okay? And now you have your barrel down low, your hook right here with the point upwards, and then you have your line that goes into your fishing rod. So it's basically your hook points upwards and your barrel knot. So now what you want to do is, now that you have that, you're just going to take your fluke, whatever you're going to use. In this case, I'm going to use this fluke. And when I rig flukes, I really only rig it like this. I'll just take the hook, like so, and then I will push it through the nose, try to get centered on there, and then pull it out the top of its head, like that. And that right there is called the nose hook. There you guys go. You guys can check it out a little bit better. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. You're just going to nose hook that fluke. Now, what you have is the weight down low, sit down. When you cast it out into the water, the fluke is going to float up a little bit, and it's going to be suspended, and then just give it a couple little twitches, and then this will, you know, do its job. So that's how this is the only way I rig these flukes. Now I'm going to show you with a black tripworm here. These black tripworms, depending on how thick they are, what I like to do with these also is just nose hook it also. Same thing. Going to push down through it. And then out the top. And there you go. Nose hooked again. It's the same concept. Now I'll show you guys again a little bit later on the underwater footage that I'll get for you guys once I show you guys how to rig all this. For these, you could also like wacky rig it, but I don't like to because these are particularly thin in the center. So the only time I'll actually wacky rig it will be when I use something thick like a Senko go here, you're going to take your hook, and you're going to just poke it right through the center, like that. Try to get it even on both sides. Obviously this one isn't so even. There you go. And so now that's pretty much what we got right there. And so now what this does is, this does do a little bit of resistance, so it tends to fall slower in the fish. I mean, they seem to like that. So this is what a lot of people like calling a lot of people call this the wacky shotting method, because, you know, drop shot, wacky, just wacky shotting. So I like to rig it that way, and then I also like to rig it, obviously, nose hooking the same way as the other ones. Same thing. You're just going to feed it through. There you go. Make sure it goes all the way to the eye of the hook, and that's pretty much that rig. So now I'll be showing you guys some underwater footage of it, and then, like I said, if I go fishing sometime this week or on the weekend, and I manage to catch something on the drop shot, either with the fluke or with the stick bait, and then with the Texas rig, or the anyways, if I do manage to catch something with this drop shot, then I will be posting those pictures or those video clips in this video. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys some underwater footage, and that should be good for you guys. If you guys don't understand or need more help, I know it's difficult for you guys to see what I'm doing here. Just let me know, and I'll try and get you guys a better view, or maybe if I use like some sort of rope or something. But that's going to be that. Let me go ahead and get you guys some underwater. Get you guys something. There's a good amount of baby bass just swimming along this edge right here. They're really shallow, but they're maybe 4 to 5 inches. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, look, I got a little sun perch. Got a little sun little perch right here. Like, yeah, I got a little one. You can bounce the weight off of the floor, and in you doing so, then you move the whole thing. But if you just kind of wait till it hits bottom, and then you sit there and you wiggle it around a little bit, all it does is it wiggles around the soft plastic that you rigged on there, while the weight keeps it stationary. So you can fish in a spot for longer and keep it stationary, and therefore you can stay in the strike zone a little bit longer. We'll see if we can't get something else for you guys out here. But I'm noticing these little guys are going after the... There you go. Oh, hey, I got a rock bass. A little rock bass. Heck yeah, check this out, guys. Dang it. There you go, guys. Check out this little rock bass. Very nice, huh? What's that? Yeah, little rock bass. They fight pretty hard.
That one's little though. There's some that get pretty big, dude. Woo! I got another one. This little baby bass. Finesse TRD Pro. Check him out. Tiny little guy on that drop shot. Let's go ahead and get the release on this little guy. Oh, there he goes. Let's get it back to where he was.
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel again. I hope you guys enjoyed the video of me rigging and showing you guys how to rig the drop shot. That's a great way to rig any soft plastic, not any, but you know, like a stick bait, something that resembles a minnow. It's a great way to finesse those baits in there, to keep the bait suspended when you think or you know that those fish are suspending. That's a great way to get that bait off of the bottom, out of the grass, and just suspending right above the grass or suspending somewhere in between the water column. That's the perfect method to rig it. Hope you guys like the underwater footage that comes with it, and I hope you guys like the fish catches that I posted in the video also. I am gonna link down below a video where I'm gonna look up a video on YouTube and just find a really good example of them rigging it, and I'll link that down below also, so you guys can check their video out if you guys couldn't really see how I was doing it with my bait here. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Like I said again, like always, please like and subscribe.